I'd like to go straight to the issue that I would like to discuss with you. Frustrated ka ba sa trabaho mo? Kasi feeling mo wala tong patutunguhan na maganda? Feeling mo ba na wala ka ng room for growth kasi hindi ka tinutulungan ng kumpanya ma-achieve yung full potential mo? Yung iba sa inyo bored na kasi paulit-ulit na lang daw ang trabaho nila. Are you disappointed with your business today? Kasi mas marami pa ang problema kaysa sa kita. Ginawa mo na lahat ng tingin mong tama, pero hindi pa rin gumagana. And meron kang tanong sa sarili mo, isasara ko na ba to para magsimula ng bago? On the other hand, maraming tao ang feeling nila they should be elsewhere. Pinanganak sila sa probinsya and sabi nila, walang mangyayari sa akin dito. So pumunta sila ng Manila. Sa hirap ng buhay sa Manila, sabi niya, maybe I should be somewhere else. Tataya ba ako in order to look for better opportunities? Oftentimes, naririnig ko sa mga experts today, they question people for being happy where they are, sa comfort zone daw nila. Sabi pa ng mga business guru na ito na wala ka namang ambisyon, if you are not willing to take risk, you will never be able to achieve your full potential. So sabi nila, be willing to leave your comfort zone because when you do, you will find your success. Alam mo, oftentimes naririnig ko to, why are you happy in your comfort zone? Why don't you venture out in order to find something better? Ang sagot ko naman, bakit? What's wrong with my comfort zone? Happy naman ako dito, I am succeeding. Bakit? Pwede mo ba sabihin yan kay Elon Musk? Sabihin mo kay Elon Musk, why are you with Tesla? Why are you with SpaceX? Why did you buy Twitter? Di ba? Is he not in his comfort zone because doon siya nagsasucceed? So may mga tao nagsasabi, if I stay in my comfort zone, walang mangyayari sa akin. Pero these guys are living in their comfort zone. Like for example, si Ramon Ang. Is he not happy in San Miguel? Nagsimula siya as mekaniko ni Kuhuangko. And because he stayed where God placed him and decided to be comfortable where he is. Diba he's one of the richest person in the Philippines? Ako na-realize ko, yung sinasabi niyong comfort zone nyo is really a discomfort zone. Now, why will I say that? Kasi kung nasan ka, feeling mo, you should be elsewhere. Feeling mo naman, you are not growing, you are uncomfortable where you are. So, ang tanong ko, bakit? Is it really the problem with your job or the business that you have? Is there something wrong with where you were born or the nationality that you have? Yun ba ang problema o iba ang problema? You know, after the pandemic, I got the chance to talk for a company. After my talk, somebody approached me, sabi niya sa akin, alam mo Sir Dong, the pandemic was very bad for my business. I lost many of my clients, parang hirap po ulit magsimula. So ang tanong niya sa akin, where will I find the strength to be able to restart my business kasi I'm really demotivated. So sabi ko sa kanya, alam mo, if you will try to find your motivation sa branch manager mo, sa kamag-anak mo, sa kaibigan mo, bakit? Pag hindi ka ba nagtrabaho, sila magugutom? So ang tanong ko sa mga tao, why are you trying to find motivation from outside? Hindi naman sila maapektuhan pag hindi ka nagtrabaho. Ako, I really believe motivation must be found inside. It should drive us to be able to work hard again kasi tayo rin naman magugutom, di ba? And then sabi ko sa kanya, alam mo, itong pandemic na to, weird to para sa akin. Because marami akong kaibigan who were very excited. Uy, pandemic, ang ganda. Mas yumaman ako. Pero meron din mga tao na nagsabi, pandemic, sinira niya buhay ko. And the problem I have with those two people is they come from the same industry. May nakuusap ako sa insurance industry who was very excited because of the pandemic. Meron din na discourage. Anong pinagkaiba? You see, they went through the same pandemic. Where did one find the motivation to excel, and why did the other person decided to be discouraged? One day may nagtanong sa akin, kasi nalaman nila 25 years na akong farmer. So sabi nung isang tao, do you ever get bored with what you are doing? Where do you find the motivation to do better? Kasi ang tagal mo na sa ginagawa mo. Why don't you even dare start something else? So sabi ko sa kanila, I do not get bored and I'm always motivated because I have the mindset of a farmer. What do I mean? Ang goal ng totoong farmer, yung magaling na farmer, is to always make his garden better than how he found it. Alam niyo storya namin, when we started with barren land. Napaganda ko ng konti yon. Nung napaganda ko ng konti, pinaganda ko ulit ng konti. And then pinaganda ko ulit ng konti. Even today, 25 years after, we still have many ideas on how to improve our farm. So I never get bored because ang goal ko is pagandahin siya every day. Now, where did I get this idea? Where did I get this principle? I got it from the Bible. By now, you know that ang turo ko, gusto ni God fruitful tayo. Yung meron ba tayong abundance? But then, ang tanong parati, di ba? Paano ba ginagawa yan? And I found the answer in the book of Genesis chapter 2. Genesis chapter 2 verse 8 tells us that God planted a garden toward the east in Eden, and there He placed the man whom He had formed. And sabi ko sa inyo, when I imagined the garden was complete, the garden was nice, the garden was abundant. However, when God passed the garden over to Adam and Eve, meron siyang pinagawa. Ang sabi ni God kay Adam and Eve, cultivate and keep it. E nung nabasa ko ito, medyo nalito ko kasi sabi ko sa sarili ko, why do you need to cultivate and keep a perfect garden? Why don't you just enjoy it? Why don't you just take from it? You see, before I explain the power of cultivating and keeping, again, let me just review the definition of cultivate. The Hebrew word for cultivate is abad. Ang ibig niyang sabihin is to work, to serve, to labor, to use. Cultivate, hindi lang yan siya one day na pag-aararo, hindi lang yan siya pagpapala. To cultivate is a concept that says you should improve what you have through labor. Meaning, if you really want to become fruitful from the garden God gave you, kailangan mo trabahuin yan. Now, let me show you the effect of this mindset. Kasi nga, ang mindset ko is to always make my garden better than how I found it or improve it through labor, yung barren land. Naging lush forest. And inside that forest, we grow high-value crops. Today, we have duck, sheep, goat, pigs, cow, and rabbit. You know, I tried growing grain, like sorghum, corn, hindi lang rice kasi medyo mataas sa amin. But hindi kami magaling doon and meron kaming problema with birds. Inuubos ng maya ang sorghum. Yung mais naman namin, ang tagal-tagal mahinog. In the lowlands, hinog na siya in 3 months. Sa amin, 6 months. So the return of our labor is not that good. However, I still want to maximize the farm. And I realize we're good with grass. Ang damo sa amin, tubo ng tubo because ang ganda ng rainfall namin. So ang tanong ko ngayon, Dong, how do you use this idea to improve the garden God gave you? Now, gaano ka-importante itong idea of improving what you have through labor? Let me ask you a question. Sino sa inyo ang magaling magluto? Or in this case, magaling mag-bake? When you have this ingredient, what should you do in order to be able to make this a cake? Pwede mo ba lang tingnan niya at sabihin mo, oh, sige, maging cake ka na ngayon. Pwede ba yun? Hindi, di ba? You have to add labor. You take this ordinary ingredient and improve it through labor. The ingredients may be 200 pesos. By adding labor, you now can sell this cake for maybe 1,000 or 2,000 pesos. Hindi ba? Because of labor, you can take ordinary wood and make it into a chair or a table that you can sell. Yung kahoy siguro mga 2,000 pesos, dinagdagan mo ng labor, naging 10,000 pesos. Di ba? I need you to understand that all good things improve or become better through labor. Let me show you this person. Payat siya. Gusto niyang mas maging healthy. Gusto niyang mas maging pogi. So, anong ginawa niya? He labored for many months or maybe a year. Nag-diet, nag-exercise. So, because of labor, napaganda niya yung sarili niya. Pero there are cases today na ayaw mag-labor. Gusto nila, bilhin nila yung improvement nila. Like for example, kilala niyo ba tong taong to? Sanderford. Di ba Sanderford? Okay? Yan yung itsura niya before, and yan yung itsura niya after. Totoo, pumogi siya. Pero naayos ba yung ugali niya? You see, often I see him in the internet. Ang sama ng mga ginagawa niya. Kasi hindi siya pumogi through labor. No, sabi mo, kung hindi naman siya nag-operation, hindi naman gaganda yung mukha niya. Totoo. Pero ano ang silbi ng ganda ng mukha? Kung ang sama ng ugali. Yung pagkagwapo niya ngayon, did it help him? No. You know, many people today believe you can look better by buying your beauty. Minsan maganda na, nagpa-plastic surgery kasi hindi sila happy, pumangit pa. And you see this all over the internet, di ba? They did not become beautiful through labor or hindi nila pinaghirapan. Binili nila. Mamaya, did not lead them to something good. O nakarinig na ba kayo ng mga kwento ng mga tao na gusto yumaman so tumaya sa loto? Merong mga nanalo. Ayaw nilang yumaman through labor. Yumaman sila by hitting the jackpot sa loto. What happened to them? Hindi ko alam kung ano ang kwento ng ibang tao. But before we left Manila, meron pang rated K nun kay Corina Sanchez. And in one of the episode, they showed a man nanalo ng 35 million pesos sa loto. Before siya nanalo, he had a small house. He was an employee. Meron siyang trabaho that provided for them. So nanalo. So naging milyonaryo, 35 million pesos. 2 years after. Border na lang siya sa kapatid niya. Ubus na pera niya. Tapos he was appealing to everybody na nangutang sa kanya. Isole na raw yung pinahiram niya. Hindi ko alam kung yung pinahiram niya talagang nangailangan ng pera. But minsan, di ba, sa yabang natin, kala natin hindi maubos yung pera pinamigay niya. Because he did not know how to get rich through labor, maski dumating yung maraming pera sa kanila, nawala pa rin. In whatever we are doing, in the job that we have, in the business that we are pursuing, it is important to cultivate it, to have this mindset, to continually improve it through labor. However, you will never be able to improve what you have if you do not keep it. Meaning, to protect it, to attend to it, and to stay put. Today, karamihan ng tao, katulad ng concern na sinimulan ko, they feel that they should be somewhere else. Hindi sila happy where they are because they feel they have no room for growth. Pero diba, they can always improve what they have if they just decide to work harder. Sabi mo, my boss is not giving me opportunities to grow. Why are you waiting for your boss to give you those opportunities? Why don't you go to the boss and ask for opportunities? Alam mo ako, my son is working for DMCI today. Sa entry level siya, nagsimula siya sa pinakamababang posisyon. Pero I've taught these principles to my son. Sabi ko, you stay put. Pero sabi niya, Papa, ang litang sweldo. And many of you mga kasabay niya, wala na kasi nakahanap ng mas malaking sweldo. Pero I told my son, alam mo, hindi mo matututunan ang matututunan mo sa DMCI sa eskwelahan. And I wish you would stay put, improve your position through labor, stay put. And my son, sabi niya nung simula na wala naman siya binibigyan ng trabaho kasi bago pa eh. You know, my son would ask for more challenges. And sabi niya sa akin, Papa, I have many colleagues here. Nagtagal na, wala pa rin nangyayari sa buhay nila kasi namimili ng trabaho. Ako, tinanggap ko kasi inisip ko matututo ako. Di ba ganda ng mindset, no? Mabuti na lang mabait ang anak ko. So friends, let me ask you something. Can you show me a man who became rich without working hard? Si Jack Ma ba yumaman, natamad siya? Uy, nasipag ng tao na yan. Di ba? In fact, ang kwento niyan, he applied to, more than 20 companies. He was rejected even by KFC. Apply pa rin siya ng apply. And then when he had his own business, he worked hard. Friends, can you show me a man who became great without staying put? Did Jeff Bezos hop from one job to another looking for the jackpot business? He started with an investment firm. Nung natuto siya sa trading, naintindihan niya ang internet, he started Amazon. Did Amazon profit immediately? Of course not. Ang nabasa ko sa kwento nila, it took them many years, more than 10 years, to be able to receive their first profit. He stayed put. And today, he's one of the richest man in the world. Friends, I need you to understand that God has given you a garden to cultivate and keep. And that may be where you are today, the job that you have, or the business that you are growing. That this garden, your job or your business, is a means to become fruitful. However, it will never become fruitful if you are not willing to labor, and labor hard. The reason why many people today are not happy where they are, kasi ang gusto nila, yung trabaho nila and yung negosyo nila, ang magpapa-enjoy sa buhay nila. Gusto nila yung opportunity na pinursu nila, yung tinabahong inaplayan nila will make them whole, will give them significance. Friends, walang ganon. So marami pang mga bata ngayon who'd rather work at home. Diba? Kasi doon comfortable sila, pwede naman daw nila gawin yung trabaho, mamimit yung standard. Pero by not going to the office, you never get to mingle, you never get to develop your social skills, you never get to develop more experiences. So ngayon, ang mga tao, gusto nila maging buo sila. Yung trabaho o negosyo ang magbubuo sa kanila. Friends, I need you to realize something. You are not bored because there is no room for growth. There is no room to grow because you are not willing to labor. Ang ganda ng sinabi ng Proverbs chapter 28 verse 19. He who tills his land will have plenty of food, but he who follows empty pursuit will have poverty in plenty. Today, many people would rather trade in Forex, become rich in the stock market, meron pang Bitcoin. I am not saying that these things are wrong. I am just saying that when you labor in a job or in a business, mas malaki ang kita. Magkano kita sa stocks? Alam mo ba na I studied the return of most of these things? Alam mo, to play safe, diba? Sa mutual fund, ang kita niya 6 to 8%. When you are a good trader, maybe mas malaki, no? Pero ang normal, mga 6 to 8% a year. Alam mo ba, pag nagtrabaho ka, pag nagnegosyo ka, mas malaki ang kita. But then you will have to exert more effort, more labor. I'd like to show you another version of this verse. NLT naman, sabi niyan, a hard worker has plenty of food, but a person who chases fantasies end up in poverty. Yung ba gustong yaman kagad, konting puhunan, walang trabaho, madaming swerte. Sabi itong verse na to, maghihirap ka. And totoo yun. Friends, today pinag-uusapan ang mga taong yumaman sa Bitcoin. Pero walang nagsasalita sa mga naghirap sa Bitcoin. Because I've heard many stories that are not in the internet because most of these people are ashamed for what has happened to their wealth. You are not happy where you are because you are hoping that your job, the company you work for, the business that you have will provide for everything you need. You want it to change, hoping that when these things change, magiging kang happy. Friends, realize this. You can't change what's going on around you until you start changing what is going on within you. Ang gusto natin magbago ang palibot natin. Ang mga tao na kasama natin. Naghahanap tayo ng kumpanya na mas maganda. Naghahanap tayo ng negosyong sigurado ang kita. Friends, walang ganun. Walang kumpanyang magandang-maganda. Lahat ng kumpanya may problema. Pero pwede silang gumanda kung ayusin natin ang ugali natin. Walang negosyo ang sigurado ang kita. Pero ang negosyo kay kita, pag tama ang pagninegosyo natin. In this lesson, it is important for me that you understand that labor improves everything. Labor can take ordinary wood and make it into a fantastic sculpture. And yan, pwede mong ibenta ng mahal. Siguro yung kahoy na worth 5,000 pesos, pwede mo ibenta ng 50,000 kung kilala ka and maganda pagkagawa. Let me show you an amazing business. Kung meron kang pet bottles, lalagyan ng Coke at saka Sprite, what can you do with this? To many of you, tapon yan. Ang 1 litro ng Coke, siguro pag binili yan, siguro 50 centavos. Do you know that my daughter collects this after parties? And then, through labor, she makes expensive earrings. Yung maliit na earrings dyan is 800 pesos. Yung malaki, 2,000 pesos. What did my daughter add to these worthless pet bottles in order to start a business? She improved it through labor. And this is the picture of my daughter. Hindi lang siya maganda, masipag pa yan. At a very early age, she started her own business. Kayo, ang dami niyong pangarap. The reason why you're not happy where you are kasi feeling mo, this job, this business will not bring you close to your dreams. Friends, ilang beses ko na to inulit. Dreams, they don't work unless you do. Kaso lang, instead of working harder, many people choose to be lazy. Sabi ng Proverbs 21:25, the desire of the sluggard puts him to death, for his hand refused to work. Friend, as I end, I need you to understand that there are no unproductive farms, only unproductive farmers. There are no worthless jobs, only foolish workers. There are no unprofitable business, only unwise entrepreneurs. Friends, I need you to understand that labor made the men that we admire great, successful, and rich. So kung gusto mong yumaman, gusto mo mag-improve, gusto mo makuha yung dream mo, you must be willing to labor and labor hard. Because labor improves everything. This is the end of our session, and in your small groups, when you use this material for your values formation session, maybe you can ask each other these questions. Are you bored and frustrated with your job or business? Bakit? Are you looking for something new, or should you just labor harder to improve it? What should you do to improve your situation? Ano ang kailangan mong gawin para hindi ka ma-bored? Para motivated ka? Ulitin ko yung sinabi ko kanina. Do not expect your environment to change. In order to change it, you must first change inside. So ano ang dapat mong ayusin, baguhin?